Hey guys, welcome to this light language video. This is a light language activation, DNA awakening, cellular rejuvenation slash memory awakening, healing, whatever frequencies are most needed for this now moment in the collective. So thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome. If you haven't seen these before, welcome back if you have. My intention with all of my videos on this YouTube channel or wherever this video is being posted is for the highest and greatest good of all in alignment with the highest vibration of love light. So this is a collective sharing for whatever I'm being guided to share with the collective at this time. Of course, personal energy might be felt in this as well because we are all part of the collective. Just kind of backtrack just for a moment, reminding everybody that this language is meant to be felt rather than understood on a linear level. It is a vibration, just like hearing a didgeridoo, for example, or a musical instrument that really resonates with vibration. That's what this language is. It's said in a certain order, tone, frequency, and combination. That's why it's called light language. It is not linear language. And also some toning definitely comes through as well as some healing frequencies. So I'm an energy healer. All of us are energy healers, but that is my what I tap into. One of the things I tap into the most is healing in frequency and tones, sound healing is basically what I'm being guided to say. Just like when you have a crystal bowl, right? We're all conduits for source energy if we choose to tap into that part of ourselves. And that's one of the things that I feel I'm here to share with you guys. So that's what I'm doing. So I invite you to take a deep breath in and a long exhale. And sitting with the feet on the ground, nice and long spine, maybe eyes are closed so you don't get hung up on the hand movements that I do, which are part of, it's like doing Reiki. Reiki uses certain symbols that were brought back, and it's a Japanese healing technique. This is light language healing, so it's a different combination of that, although it's certainly the same concept, right? As energy healing and Reiki. So in these moments of silence, you guys, there's a lot of energy coming through, a lot of healing energy being offered. And you guys, I'm being reminded to share with you, as well as some messages, obviously in English, that are going to come through, that we are already healed. Everything is happening now. There is no past, there is no future, there is only now. However, from a linear perspective, in the future or in the past, you're already complete, right? You're already connected with source. So what we're doing is we're kind of reaching out and tapping into how to feel that now. And so that's why when you do these healing modalities, let's say you have a session with someone or you go and do acupuncture, it helps bring you more into your truth of who you are. And that's really what healing is. So you are already in the future, in the past, perfect. So you are perfect now. So these energies are kind of reaching out of the constraints, is what I'm hearing, of time. And they're tapping into the truth of who you are within your networks, patterns, neurons, transmitters, and frequency. So that's a little definition to kind of get you started. And when I speak in this channeling style, it's allowing these energies to speak through me, which is my higher self. And we all have this connection in different ways is what I'm being guided to share. So sometimes somebody's higher self connects through them through geometry or science and physics. Sometimes it's through light. Sometimes it's through language, which is combining all of those things. Sometimes it's through art. Sometimes it's through writing, which, by the way, I want to share. I did finally post my blog on simplestarseeds.com. Oh, I think it's on a Wix site. It's free. So anyways, if you want to check out that blog, it's Simple Starseeds at Wix or Carrie Yvonne. And so I'll try to provide a link. Speaking of writing. So I just invite you to close your eyes, set this also, again, getting back into your body. Part of what's going on, guys, is we're trying to squeeze a lot of energies into one conduit when I share this with you. So it comes through in many different dialects. So a lot of mash up. Guys, if you know what mashups are back from the days in the nightclubs and dancing, the DJ puts together all these artists and then squeezes them into like one mix. That's kind of what's happening around these stargates, portals, solstice, equinox, those types of things, full moons. New moons. It will speak to people, beings on many different levels, because we've had many different lifetimes in which we have connected with one another. Guys, that's non-linear. So perhaps you and I have connected on a different lifetime together. Perhaps the beings that are my guidance team have connected with your beings that are on a guidance, that are your guidance team in many different lifetimes. And guys, keep in mind, we are pieces of the whole. So we are a hologram, a holographic piece of the divine source. So we can tap into any of this at any moment that we are open enough to and that we choose to in sovereignty. We seek to align with you with the patterns, within the patterns and the frequencies that seek to reach out and hold your hand. The hand of source. Your true source, your true nature, Mother, Father, God, or better yet, Mother, Father, God seed Adam, starseed. So we're just using a lot of words here. Don't get hung up on the word again. Okay, we're going to start playing here with words. So God seed Adam, this will eventually bring you back to the truth of who you are. Many are awakening the kundalini within the snake in the Garden of Eden. The balance between dark and light. For without us integrating those aspects of ourselves, we run away from the Garden of Eden. This is a play on words, guys. So this isn't a biblical, obviously it's a biblical reference, but it's not literal. Think of the apple as the torus field of the heart. Think of your heart as an apple and the shape that goes around the apple. So we are being guided to bring and activate our kundalini, or perhaps our Mother, Father, Goddess, God, our Mother, Father, divine aspect of one another, divine feminine, divine masculine, marrying the two together within our bodies, within our space, within our field, within Mother Earth, around Mother Earth, and activating the toroidal energy in all of our atoms, cells, and activity. So again, I see reference to activative, like Eve, Adam and Eve. Lots of plays on words, guys. That's how spirit communicates. In this activative, think of it as taking action. In the Eve, of realization. So the torus field around the heart is this magnetizing energy. Think of the magnetic field around the earth. Think of that as the earth's torus field. It's the same in our heart. Everything has a toroidal field. It's to some extent. So these energies activate and magnetize that magnetic field around the heart to you, more of who you seek to interact with. Inner, activate. So reference to the body, reference to the earth, but also intergalactivate. Our brothers and sisters that are reaching through us, through our toroidal field, in a torrent. So I'm hearing torrent as reference to a computer, right? So we'll put that, this is going to go on the blog. Diastashtiana and astashtiana and a torrential downpour. Diastashtiana, a pouring in of light. Dostashtiastashtiana of love. Estashtiana akianastashtiana. And the more we can expand out our toroidal field from the heart, which is through love, and activating that potential of the trifold flame, dostashtiana astashtiana astashtiana, the grand reunion, dostashtiana astashtiana, in the union hall, dostashtiana of the heart, the peacemaker's grid. We offer new perspectives on old ways. So again, ways, I've talked about this in previous transmissions, ways like the mapping system, W-A-Z-E, like the app we have on our phone for traffic. So they're offering us new routes. But this also means also in reference to old things in our ancestral days and also old belief systems. For example, the old belief systems in Newtonian physics is what I'm being guided to share. That is old energy, and we are not within that reality anymore. Unless we are embodied in 3D to the sense that we are not able to climb out of that particular apple, is what I'm hearing. And I'm seeing kind of like a toroidal field that's kind of rotten. And so this apple is like, okay, so I'm having reference to, you guys, if you haven't seen Doctor Strange, the new Marvel Comics movie, it's not new, but that's a really great movie just for activations to kind of get you to think outside the box. It's not as, it's pretty violent, but it's not as gross as some movies are of that nature. But my point is there's a scene where he has an apple and he uses this, it's kind of, I'm thinking of the Mandela effect. That's another video, or perhaps more later into this video. I'm seeing that it's all connected is the message that I'm hearing. So he takes this symbol, which is what we're doing with the light language, what we do with Reiki, what we do with our writing, what we do with our science, our numbers, our mathematics, our geometries. They're all symbols and codes. And so as we take that symbol and change the time, so I'm hearing we're going back to 3D, for example, that old system is falling apart in itself. It's like it's dissolving, and that apple, the core, is imploding, so to speak. It's like collapsing, and I'm seeing like a wormhole, essentially, where it's collapsing in on itself to eventually explode, but that's not meant to be linear. It's like it's turning into, it can be turned into something else. Kind of like the Big Bang Theory, but the Big Bang Theory is also obsolete, is the word I'm hearing. Sorry, guys, I'm not a scientist. I'm just sharing. And I'm not sorry. I cancel, cure, delete that, or before that and better. But what I am sharing is, and I will share that link in this video, before that and better. Thank you, Alexander and Rion, for sharing that little tidbit. I love saying that all the time. It so works. So you guys, just as sidebar, if you say something that you don't feel like resonated, because we're now learning to speak our truth, and so you'll say something and then you'll go, well, that just doesn't feel right. And so I usually say cancel, cure, delete, or I'll say cancel that, I'll say dissolve that. But one of the guys that I enjoy listening to, they do tarot card readings, and amazing, they have amazing crystals and things like that, is when you say something like that, he's kind of created, say before that, so before I said that, and then even better. So fun. Anyway, so back to the physics. Obviously, I'm not a physicist in this lifetime. I've been scientist, what I was shared through my guidance team in other lifetimes, or now. So some of this information that comes through, I don't necessarily communicate it in the way that a scientist would understand it, or the way that anybody, but it's said to stimulate the senses, is what I'm being guided to share. So we had a foundation that was built on Newtonian physics, for example, or the Big Bang Theory, or keep in mind that all of these things are called theories for a reason. And I did another video on this. I'm not sure which one it was called. It might have been the one where I was wearing black recently, about the equinox. And what's happened is we have all these theories, and they are basically correct until proven otherwise. But technically a theory isn't proven because our physics are changing. Law of physics is there is no law. And I know that I'm going to ruffle a lot of feathers with people. Okay, I cancel here, delete that. I may ruffle some feathers that are going really left brain and really analytical, but you guys are probably already seeing out there that the science, the changes and the discoveries that are being made in science right now are not even really out in the masses yet. And so I encourage you to start looking up stuff like sound resonance, and I think it's Nassim Haramein. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name. He's a physicist. I mean, there's really some breakthrough things coming through. So I'm going to back up and just go back into the light language and the message. And so the message is that this old energy, this old apple, I'm seeing Snow White, of course, being revealed. So the apple that was eaten is no longer, it's withering, that poison is imploding in on itself. And so now we're in a different field, creating a different reality, which will then help heal that other reality. In essence, dostashtianak at ianak at astashtis ashtuk unokostoshtianak esteshtianak ana ahiat astashtiana. And so as these toroidal fields are, within these toroidal fields, I'm being guided to share that they create wormholes. So a reference to a worm and an apple. A worm cores its way into the apple. The toroidal field is this magnetic field. The wormhole is a form, it's an attraction of not time. Again, I'm doing my best to say this with the astashtiana. So this wormhole, I'm just going to say what I'm saying. The worm is in, the toroidal field activates, and it creates a spin. And that spin then attracts other things to it. And this spin is also a portal. Okay, so I'm seeing us, and this makes sense. A lot of the spiritual teachers talk about our bodies being the stargates and our embodiment being the portal activations. And essentially, if you think of a toroidal donut, or let's just say the torus field, which looks like that, the shape around the apple, around all of our cells, or around all of, let's just use chakras so that it's easier to visualize. And let's say I have a toroidal field here, I have a toroidal field here, outside here, and up above the crown. And essentially that is pulling in, think of, again, reference to noodle theory. So I'm being guided to share that noodles, toroidal fields, all of this is part of what's going on right now. And so that then creates an activation portal is the word that I'm hearing. And so be aware that that's where the law of attraction, from a science standpoint, kind of comes into play. So we have this energy, this magnetic field that we are actually creating around us. I'm sure you guys, I'm seeing the Tasmanian devil. So this Tasmanian devil spins and he creates this energy all around him. We're doing that ourselves, and this in turn affects the Earth's energy as well, which, in case you didn't know that, I'm sure many of you watching this have felt that. And then in that, it creates wormholes, which are not necessarily literal as you think of wormholes, but they are connections to space-time. They are connections to other places within our solar system. They are connections to other aspects of us. And so if we think about it, if it's connecting us to our higher guidance system, or it can also create, from a lower vibrational standpoint, it can also create a connection to things that aren't necessarily where we want, or so being aware of our habit patterns and things like that are creating our field. So that's kind of back to how we're creating our reality. So in essence, we are creating, because the more we spin, the energy that we're spinning in is what these noodles, worms, are attracted to. Then they coagulate into a cohesive field and pull more of that, or pull us out more, like think of a Merkaba field around us is what I'm seeing. And it allows us to travel on a non-linear level to these other dimensions. Okay, so that's where this was all going. So this worm, this field, this torus field, is being galactivated depending on what our intentions, energies, and frequencies are. But we are getting help, either any way we slice it is what I'm being guided to share. And I'm having reference because I didn't just say slice it for an accident. Back in the days of, well, now, but in the Egyptian times, we see a lot of references to the bull, right? They referenced, and there was, in science, they say that part of the reference to the bull was a sacrum, a space in the sacrum, I believe. And guys, please don't quote me on this. I'm just going in flow, what I'm being guided to share, and then I'll go back and research this later. I've done a little research on it in bubble charts, but the sacrum is sliced, right, of a bull. And that's what it looks like. That, I don't know what it's a side slice, or basically think of putting it on a slide form and looking at it under a microscope. And this horizontal axis of point of the bull's sacrum, if I'm saying this right, is a lot of what the Egyptians talked about. I'm also being guided to talk about the Ankh, which is the divine feminine. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So what that is, I'm tying this together, guys, is that that's part of what's activating. So that represented the bull. Not only did it represent alignment with the solar system and the cosmos, and the star alignments that we've been having since the Lion Gates portal, right? That's all lined up in a certain order over certain times as a blueprint from the days that we were born into this blueprint, right? When we embodied and brought in those energies of all of our stellar alignments. And so now it's like they're coagulating and galactivating to line us up with what's on our blueprint, but also what we've added to our blueprint from our own free will, from our own choices and our own spin, right? And this cross section of this bull sacrum was represented in the Egyptian times as, one sense, was rebirth. And that's kind of what's happening now, as we're going through a rebirthing cycle. I know I posted on Instagram just a little picture, and I was like, it's like it's a new year. So it's almost like Happy New Year. We're getting this boost, and also this is helping to anchor the divine feminine in the sacral chakra. So I did a card reading yesterday or the day before, and in that card reading, one of the cards was the feel your emotions, and that is all about the divine feminine and the sacral chakra. And it's interesting that I'm being guided to talk about the toroidal field, the Taurus, which is the bull, which is as above, so below. So below is within, and below is within the body, and that is this representation of the divine feminine, which is the bull, right? The cross section of the sacrum, okay? And there's a certain shape that's associated with that. I'll invite you guys just to look that up on your own. But there's also a reference to that activating in the kundalini, death and rebirth, and also back again with that toroidal field. So lots going on, obviously. And if this does not make sense, it's okay. Don't worry about it. They're just little tidbits of information that I'm sharing, which I'm going to go back to light language in a minute, that are messages that we're receiving. Some of you guys are into science, and you're going to go, I know exactly what that is. Some of you guys are going to visualize a toroidal donut, and it'll help you in your meditations open up the heart. Some of you guys might go and look up and do some more research on the Egyptians and the Ankh and the bull. And also, I'm being guided to share with you guys, some of this is a recognition on a cellular level, because it's an explanation of, you might go, I'm a Taurus, or what star system is associated with this time? The Pleiades, Lyra. You're waking up certain memories that you are connected to in those dimensions, in those wormholes, right? You're kind of reaching through the ethers and grabbing your own hand. And that is your guidance system that you set up in the future or in the past to say, this is a huge turning point. This is the golden era. So I'm being guided to talk about that a little bit in spider. So a spider essentially think of a spider carrying the babies on her back to safety to get away from the deluge of energies that are coming in, or to go to a safer area. So I know that sounds kind of weird and gross, but I'm going somewhere with this. Unless you really like spiders, no offense to you spiders, they're beautiful web makers. But we created a blueprint with a web. Pretend we're a spider. We're creating our divine feminine. Spider is also representative of divine feminine and infinity. So we're reaching through infinity from all these different points within the web. And so think of string theory, and you pull a piece of the web and it vibrates all the way through your wormhole or through the galactic connection right now. And now it's like pulling on your memory, like, gosh, I feel like I was in Egypt. Why did I have a dream the other night about this? And it's waking you up to who you are in different ways. W-A-Z-E, the map. Guys, it's so cool. All right. So this is definitely this is an example of what I type up in the blog, because sometimes it's easier to see it. But we're going to go into some more light language. I feel some throat and heart activations coming through. And I feel like I'm going to stop the video here and just kind of do a little ending on these notes and then start a video just with the light language, because I know it's hard for a lot of people just to watch an hour-long light language video, although I could easily do that. So we'll try to make this about a half hour. So we got about 5 more minutes. I'm going to do an ending with some light language activations. And then I'm going to do a separate video with just a little shorter. See what's coming through. If that's what Spirit wants. I don't know. We're just going to roll with it. As you line up with these activations, as you light up with these activations, as you pull your own strings, so to speak, so too do you pull the strings on all of the universe. So again, picturing this beautiful spider web. One version of you is a spider in another place, and it's pulling the strings, connecting with you now, and that reverberates throughout the entire cosmos. It's beautiful. So the more we're not just helping you, we're not just helping your neighbor, we're not just helping your children or your parents, we're helping everything by coming into our own, connecting to our power and connecting to source. And I'm having reference back to the apple, right? The apple that's dying. We're allowing light to come in and help absorb those frequencies rather than have those frequencies remain like a cancer, right? Or like a dis-ease. Some healing frequencies coming through. We invite you to breathe in and out, sit nice and tall, and allow your skin to feel like it is expanding and opening like a lotus flower. Imagine your heart opening like a lotus flower. Imagine the energy of the heart opening like a lotus flower, your skin opening, and all of that golden energy opening and spinning around you in whichever direction feels the most appropriate for you in this now moment. And as it spins around, think of it like an infinity symbol, like a torus field, right? This golden energy spinning in all directions, cleansing, purifying, integrating, opening, expanding, activating. And as this spins like the golden web of love, light, love, life, life-giving frequencies, light-bearing, I'm having reference to a golden bear. I'm having reference to a bear constellation. Bear power, medicine, spirit animal. Care Bears unite. That's my nickname too, Care Bear. Distash eats tianak at iastashtiana. Care Bears care. Nististianak ustastiat ististiat ististianak urustit ististianak otostastiastistianak od ostastiana. Iastestistastianak od ostianak iat anastistiat adastistanak et iatra Eanak eastastiat at enak at ak Dostastianak et ististianak Una na 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 na. Unua eanakea nakana aya ena ea. Istashiana kuana, eana keana wa. Deana seshikia. Guys, just breathing in and out, some healing frequencies coming through. Feeling really light right now. Maybe this is going to be a longer video. Sometimes it's just the way it works, right? Some ear opening, higher heart, throat. Tastashtiat istishtiat istishtiana ak istishtiana. So I'm hearing Mama Bear wishes to wake up and share with her baby cubs. She has been in hibernation many, many eons. And in this cave of, I want to say creation, in this cave of creation, this Mama Bear, bears many cubs, giving birth to the new generation of healers, the new generation of light workers, the new generation of crystal, currencies, activators, embracing us in union, in recognition. I'm seeing Clan of the Cave Bear. I'm seeing like a hand print on a cave wall. And as these energies awaken within Mother Earth, in the womb of Mother Earth, Gaia, but other versions of Earth, her children are born into a new earth. Rebirth in a plasma in the womb, a plasma of womb energies and currents. And I'm having reference from womb to worm. Like a warm embryonic fluid. This is what you swim in now, children of the light, brothers of the sun, mothers of the one, we see you. We feel you. We feed you. We field you. Dos das ashtiastana. We free you, for we are you. Dos ast at iestashtiana. Us osti astishtiana. Dos tashtiask ashtist iat ak astak anak itya. Welcome home. Doasashia. We honor you. And so it is. In love and light. Namaste.